Hello, my name is Kevin Darling and welcome to my world. It is Katy Perry release week, and as is custom on this channel with all the pop bitches, we are going to discuss this album era. So I actually just reacted to the Smile title track, the song, so I will put that in the bio down below. I did touch on some of the things from this era that I like in that video, but I'm just gonna reiterate it. I really think this is a return to form for Katy Perry. Her first couple of eras were very, very solid, and I feel like Witness was a bit more hit or miss. I feel like Katy Perry was a little bit stuck in her branding and her image and what she was trying to do with herself, and it feels like Smile is Katy Perry embracing and reimagining her image for herself, kind of recognizing that she is not necessarily a clown in the industry, but she does have this very cheesy branding, cheesy image that started with Teenage Dream, California Girls. It is definitely a really great time. I don't even know, what do you guys call yourselves? Katycats? I'm a stan, but like, I don't know the stan name. Katycats. It is a really great time to be a Katy Cat because this definitely feels like Katy at her best, Katy at her purest and her most accepting of self. Her first track on this album is called Never Really Over. We've all heard Never Really Over. I never got to react to it, but I've heard it a million times, so I can't really react to it anymore. Never Really Over is very much about the fact that we just continuously go through these cycles in life, and we're always doing some shit that messes up. But it's a cycle, it's all cyclical, and it's never over. We have highs and lows. It's a roller coaster. So the first track already discusses, losing, falling, getting to your lowest low and realizing that life isn't over, nothing shitty happened, I didn't die, I'm still here, what doesn't kill me make me stronger, Kelly Clarkson tease. So it's really a solid introduction into the concept of this album that, sometimes you are the clown. Sometimes you are the mess. Sometimes, you can't put on this image of perfection in the industry forever. Whatever goes up, comes down, Tracks 2 and 3 are called Cry About It Later and Teary Eyes, and I feel like it very much will be about embracing sadness, recognizing that it's okay to, be in a mood, be in your feelings, get low, get really deep. You have to feel the pain in order to feel better. You know what I mean? You have to dig through those emotions, get through it, deal with it, understand truly what you're feeling in order to surpass it. So I feel Cry About It Later will be Katy Perry feeling as though, she has to suppress those emotions and cry about it later, touch on it because she is not able to experience or embrace that vulnerability in front of all these cameras in Hollywood. You have to put on a brave face, you have to act like, perfection, act like the queen, act like the boss, act like you're, the top of the pop game, and cry about it later at home. Cry about it when, no one's watching, that kind of thing. And then I feel like Teary Eyes will be her saying, you know what? No. I am not gonna suppress my emotions, suppress my feelings, cry about shit later. I'm gonna deal with this right now. I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm gonna be vulnerable. Daisies, I believe it was the first single off of this album. Over the next week, I'm going to be reacting to the other singles that I haven't heard, Daisies, Harleys in Hawaii, and What Makes a Woman. So I will be listening to this, but for now, I don't know what it sounds like. I have a feeling Daisies is about blossoming and blooming and coming into yourself, recognizing the beauty in life, the beauty in nature, things like that, which is really, really cute. Everything in this album is very cute and wholesome, and it feels as though it's got a not necessarily innocent, but wise tone coming from Katy Perry. Like, she's dealt with all these things in the industry. She's dealt with all these things in her life. She's coming into her 30s. She's becoming a mother. She's recognizing that she has to not necessarily grow up, but embrace the realities of what life gives you. You can't, always live this Hollywood facade of being the invulnerable pop sensation. You know what I mean? This album feels very much like the mature and developed pop star coming into their adulthood, recognizing that they're not going to be, 20-year-old Katy Perry sitting on a cloud of cotton candy forever. You're gonna have to eventually grow up, and that's not necessarily an ageist thing, that's just part of life. 5 and 6 are called Resilient and Not the End of the World, and I feel like these two will touch on similar tones, just like Teary Eyes and Cry About It Later seem as though they have similar tones as well. Resilient and Not the End of the World are about, you know, being resilient and having thick skin and recognizing that all the things the petty things that you were so concerned about in the past when you were younger are not as important as you thought they were, and it's not the end of the world. And all the anxiety you had and all the things that you didn't want to do because you felt as though it would be too hard, or all the things that you didn't want to say because you felt as though they were too hard to say. Once you do it, you realize it's not the end of the world. You have that resilience, you have that thick skin, you got the eye of the tiger. Smile is a song that I just react to. It is track 7 out of 12 on this pretty succinct album, 37 minutes, 12 songs. Smile is pretty much in the middle. Not the End of the World and Smile kind of in the middle of the album. Smile is really, really cute, just recognizing that you can't be frowning forever and you have to eventually just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna smile. Champagne Problems is track 8, and it sounds very much like a LA Hallucinations Carly Rae Jepsen tease. Champagne Problems sounds like maybe something she dealt with in her relationship with Russell Brand. It sounds very Circle the Drain-y in terms of this title. You know, problems with alcoholism, problems with things that come out in a relationship when alcohol gets involved, or realizing that you may not necessarily be yourself when you're under the influence. You can't have a clear head or a clear concept of what is going on when you're drunk. So it's about knowing your limit, I think, and just recognizing that there is a problem in the industry where everyone has to deal with their problems and cope with alcohol and drugs. And yeah, I think that's what that's gonna be about. Track number 9 is called Tucked and Girl. I don't even know what that's gonna be about. Tucked, like, I gotta, like, tuck my, you know, like the whole beauty standard for women. I have to tuck all the fat. I can't show anything. I have to tuck things in. But knowing Katy Perry, it's gonna be a pun on something. It's gonna be, she's gonna have to, I don't know. I don't even know. I tucked my child in. Girl, I got a pregnant belly and I had to tuck my belly in. I don't fucking know. Harleys in Hawaii, I heard that was a really good bop. I'm gonna react to that later, so I have no idea what it's about. I have a feeling this is one of the more pop-like songs on the album. If I had to guess, it would be about Harleys in Hawaii. Okay. Only Love is track 11, and I have a feeling that Only Love is going to be very much about the celebrity feuds that sometimes I feel are orchestrated in Hollywood. The whole Taylor Swift and Katy Perry thing, I feel like that was all an orchestration. But Only Love, I feel like it's going to be about recognizing that all these petty fights and the drama that you had in the past were bullshit, and it's only love for these girls. Only love for you, Taylor. And finally, what makes a woman, which I feel is going to be a feminist anthem, of course, for Katy Perry. This is the final track on Smile, so I feel as though it is Katy Perry's reflection and conclusion in this album, looking back and recognizing that she understands finally what it is to be a woman and what it takes to be resilient, strong, and proud of yourself. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. And as she is coming into motherhood, she finally realizes what it is like to be the woman. This sounds like it's gonna be Katy Perry's most self-reflective, introspective album yet. And I'm very excited to hear it because Katy Perry is known for, I'm not going to say hit or miss, but I'm going to say hit or miss branding. But every single album has a concept, every single album has some type of brand. And I am so excited to hear a more introspective Katy Perry. And although this album is branded in terms of it being, you know, clown, circusy, making fun of yourself, I honestly feel as though, how gonna be a brand when Katy Perry herself is a clown? Don't come for me. So that is what I think about this era. I feel like it's gonna be a really, really great blessing for all of you Katy Perry fans out there. Let me know what you guys think about Smile, the era itself, and the songs that you've heard so far. What you guys think about this track list? The length, the song names, the titles, the visuals, the graphics, everything y'all think about this era in the comments down below. I will be reading. And if you like this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to become a darling today if you have not already. Please do follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at XDXRLNG because I get lonely and I'd love to have you guys there DMing me up. But until then, I will see you all in another video. It is 1 week until this album releases, and you know I will be reacting to the whole thing. So I can't wait to see you in that video coming up. Take care, guys.